Hello and welcome to What's Pissing You Off Wednesday here at the McTaggart Attack podcast. I'm Kevin McTaggart, and how What's Pissing You Off Wednesday works is I get mad about whatever is pissing you off, or I react to whatever's pissing you off. Wednesdays here at my podcast are for you. So you tell me what you want me to talk about, whatever's pissing you off, whatever, anything, and I will react to it. Most of the time in your favor, most of the time, sometimes not in your favor, depending on how I feel about your topic. I'm just letting you know. I have quite a few contributions from Twitter and Facebook, but before that, I was told by my sister that she and her husband went to Dave and Buster's in Manchester, New Hampshire, yesterday or the other day. And Dave and Buster's, for those of you unaware, is like a big old arcade place where they have food and stuff like that. It's like an adult Chuck E. Cheese, from what I understand. And so they went there, and playing the games was fine. Playing games part was fine, but um, took them 2 hours to finish their meal, to get their food. Like, they went there to order food to eat. They wanted to eat there at Dave and Buster's because why not? And like, they got their appetizer and they ate their appetizer, and then like they waited for their food, and it took like over 2 hours for this entire experience to take place, to finish. To like the service at Dave and Buster's was just awful. And you might think, well, what type of complicated meal were they getting? What were they eating? Burgers. Took over 2 hours for them to get their burgers. Really, Dave and Buster's burgers? Takes you 2 hours to make burgers, Dave and Buster's in Manchester, New Hampshire? Shame on you, Dave and Buster's. Be better. You can have all the video games you want and arcade games that people want to play, but if it takes 2 hours to cook burgers, the fuck is wrong with you? Also, before I get on to everybody else's contributions, I've had a few people, whenever I asked for contributions on Twitter and Facebook, they'll say nothing when I ask, what's pissing you off? Don't say that. If nothing is pissing you off, then don't comment or reply to my question. Because I don't care if nothing's pissing you off. I only care if something is pissing you off. Okay? Let's move on. Let's go to Facebook at McTaggart Attack on Facebook. You can read all these contributions in one of my tweets. I don't delete my tweets, unlike some of those celebrities who delete their tweets after they claim that their account was hacked when it wasn't actually hacked. I'm looking at you, Jay Williams. Anyway, let's see. Here's one from at Unite Blue Now. He's pissed off. You know when you loan someone something in good faith and you end up having to ask for it back? You end up feeling like you're the dick for asking for it. Yeah, leaving for a trip. Lent someone a jacket for one night, they said. Been asking for it for 6 days. I leave in 4. So that's aggravating. That is aggravating. Like, if you tell someone, and you should not feel like you're the dick in this situation, they're the dick in this situation. Because if you told someone that they could borrow the jacket for a night, and now it's been 6 nights, go ahead and barge their fucking door down. Knock on their door. Be like, hey, I want my jacket back. Because it's your jacket, and you told them they could have it for one night. And you're leaving soon for your vacation, that you want to use this jacket. So you need to get that jacket back and clean it, by the way. You should clean it. Definitely clean it. And then get your jacket back. But yes, do not hesitate. If you told them a day and it's been 6 days, especially if it's been 6 days, if it's been 2 days, you ask for your jacket back. You keep asking for your jacket back until that asshole gives you your jacket back. Hope you have a good trip, by the way. That helps. What else do we have for contributions today? This is from at it's me, Andy. That's the Twitter handle. I don't know. Anyway, getting stopped and searched at Aldi, and then the two little Hitlers walked off without a sorry. Kiss my butt, nothing. How rude. Yeah, the stereotyping that happens when they do their anonymous or random searches doesn't seem so random when they keep searching the same type of people over and over again. Doesn't really make sense. You can claim to have, random searches, but when they stop seeming so random, then it's not exactly a random search. You're just looking for a certain type of people. They're just certain type of people that you want to search for no particular reason. Well, actually, there is a reason, because they're probably bigoted assholes that want to, search whoever they think looks bad, and they think a certain type of people looks bad all the time. Whereas other people, they can go. But if it's, a certain type of looking people, and if they keep searching those people, how is it a random search? It's not exactly random. They can put the word random on whatever the fuck they want. But it's not random at all. Let's just face it, okay? Sorry I had to deal with that. Let's see, here's another one. At emark333. My son playing video games till 2:30 a.m. and not getting up at 10 a.m. to help cut grass, clean, etc. Guess who isn't playing video games this weekend? He's 16, by the way. That is funny. That is rather funny. Sorry, had to sneeze. Maybe I'll cut that out. I don't know. Anyway, that is funny and deserved. He deserved it. He deserves, if you told him, all right, you have to be up at this hour to do this, or this will happen. Good on you for being a great parent and putting your foot down. I think most parents nowadays would have been like, oh, let him sleep. He was up late playing video games, No, fuck that. I told him to be up at this an hour, and he's not going to be up at this hour to play to help out instead of playing stupid video games all hours of the night. Good on you. Good on you. Good on you. What's your name? Eddie. Good job, Eddie. You're a good parent, Eddie. Yeah, you're pissed off at your son, but you should be proud of yourself for taking a stand. Proud of you. You're good. Parent of the year. Nominee for Parent of the Year. Never let him play video games again for that shit, by the way. I hope your son learns that lesson. Yeah, don't beat up kids. Just take away their video games. Don't beat up kids. Just take away their iPhones. They'll learn that lesson. Confiscate stuff from them. Don't beat your kids. What else do I want to talk about today? At Smugly Snug, Facebook jail and the bullshit algorithms. Oh yeah, I don't post that much on Facebook anymore because I commented "men are the worst" once on my own post for someone who was complaining about men chastising them, and Facebook suspended my account for a day. Really? All I said was men are the worst. And they are. Some of them are. It's just bullshit, man. And algorithms. Algorithms absolutely suck. I hate hearing about algorithms. Just post whatever the fuck you want. But Facebook jail is stupid. Facebook, say whatever you want, except not this. Say whatever you want, except not everything. Say whatever you want, but don't say whatever you want. See, what else is there? William Crow at Crow W 1978. Getting passed up by an inbound bus as if I were invisible. I had my mask on, too. I mean, what gives? Was it a camouflage mask? Maybe it was a camouflage mask, and that's why they couldn't see you. I don't know. I mean, were you wearing a camouflage mask? Is that what it was, William? Maybe if you weren't wearing a camouflage mask, they would have seen you and stopped for you. But if you were at a bus stop, they probably would have stopped for you. But they didn't, because you were probably wearing a camouflage mask. So don't wear a camouflage mask, and then they'll be able to see you. Problem solved. Unless you weren't wearing a camouflage mask, then that bus driver just sucks at their job. But still, I'm assuming you were wearing a camouflage mask. I'm assuming for the sake of the content for this podcast episode that you were wearing a camouflage mask. At South Park Mac, I'm not a millionaire and I'm headed to work. Join the fucking club. Seriously. Become a millionaire then. If you're upset that you're not a millionaire, then do something to become a millionaire. Do something legal to become a millionaire. Instead of complaining about not being a millionaire, become a millionaire. Don't be negative. Don't hate millionaires because they have lots of money. And you don't. Get lots of money then. Seriously. Don't come at me with that, oh, I'm so upset that I'm not a millionaire. Shut the fuck up. And become a millionaire then. If you're upset that you're not a millionaire, become a millionaire. I don't know how you do it. I can't tell you how to do it. I'm not a millionaire. I can't tell you how to become a millionaire. I'm just saying, if you're upset that you're not something, become that something. Problem solved. Hey, Jesus Christ. Someone commented people. I'm like, yeah. Be more specific, though. What types of people? I just... Then there was this one guy that couldn't figure out that he couldn't get his YouTube link on his TikTok page, but I think it was already there, so I helped him, and I'm not going to really help with that. I think that's all I had for the Twitter side of What's Pissing You Off Wednesday, so let's go to the Facebook side of What's Pissing You Off Wednesday, and we have a couple on here. The first is from Kristen Lang. She's pissed off at life, but more specifically, being an adult. Yes, adulting sucks. I hate adulting. Adulting can be a real pain in the ass sometimes. Whether it's cars, houses, bills, shit like that. Why can't we just be free spirits and do whatever the fuck we want? But no, we have to be adults sometimes. And it's just aggravating to have to be adults sometimes. I wish we didn't have to be adults sometimes. Stupid. We should pay someone to be adults for us. I wish I had enough money where I could pay someone to be adults for us. Maybe that's my goal. I need to get rich enough to pay someone to be an adult for me. Not necessarily make it a Britney Spears type situation. But you know what I mean. Have someone do those chores, pay those bills, do that shit for you, so you can just be the free spirit, whatever the fuck you want. That should be a thing to do. Seriously. Seriously. Leslie Zebrowitz has two. The first one is, if I can smell your cologne through a mask and 6 feet away, stop bathing in it. Listen, you cologne wearers. Whenever I smell someone wearing cologne and I'm far away from them, something's not right there. Something's wrong. You're covering up something. And I can tell that you're covering up something. or I'm going to assume that you're covering up something. If I can smell your cologne from the other side of the room and I'm wearing a mask, you know? Seriously. Something's wrong there. Something's going on there. I'm skeptical. I'm skeptical of you people that bathe in cologne. Why not take an actual shower and use soap instead of bathing in cologne? Because if you're bathing in cologne and everyone can smell it, then that's on you. What have you done? You've done something. You're not completely clean. You're not as clean as you want people to think that you are. You're covering up. It's like those people that are too happy in their Facebook pictures. Using too much cologne. Don't. Unless it's really nice smelling. No, no, not even. No, no. Yeah. Don't use too much cologne. Because we can tell and we don't care. Don't. If, yeah, if you have to use a lot of cologne, take a shower. Let's see. Another thing Leslie is pissed off about is Comcast saying they require 30 days notice to cancel service. But I bet if I want to sign up today, you hook it up and start charging me immediately, right? Right? If I want to start using them today, they'll charge me today. But if I want to cancel, I have to wait 30 days? Hypocrisy, hello? Seriously, if I want to cancel, you cancel my services now, the date that I want to fucking cancel. But no, you get an extra month out of me paying when I didn't want the service, but you charge me as soon as I want the money, but you keep charging me even after I don't want the service anymore. That's just stupid. It's smart though from a business standpoint, but from a customer standpoint, it's very fucking annoying. Aren't you making enough money from us in the first place? Why do you like continue to bill us after we've said that we don't want your services anymore? You should give us 30 days to until you start charging us instead of, you know, if you're going to do that. Give us 30 days notice before you're going to start charging us, and then, you know, when we have 30 days notice to when we don't want to, you know, when we cancel, then problem solved. I'm saying problem solved a lot today. I don't know. Should it be the new tagline for What's Pissing You Off Wednesday? Leave a comment in the comments of the YouTube video or wherever you're listening, or let me know some way. I don't know. Sean Keating. First holiday weekend I've gotten off in years. Rains. First of all, nobody cares about your sexual behavior. And why is it you only get off on the holidays? I don't really understand. Can't you sort of solve that problem yourself by getting off whenever you want? I'm really confused. Why are you only trying to have sex on the holidays, on the holiday weekends? I really don't understand. Oh, oh wait. Oh, okay. I think what he meant was, uh, he had the weekend off for the first time in years, and it rains. That's what he means. Yeah, yeah. The universe hates you. That's what that means. That's what that means. That's a sign that you shouldn't have had the weekend off because you didn't get to do anything outside like you wanted to, or you could have gone outside and do it. You just would have gotten wet, but not in the way that you wanted to get wet. Like I was, if it's the other way that I'm thinking. But that does suck. That is awful. But just enjoy the fact that you're not at work for 3 whole days instead of complaining that it's raining out. Because then you'll go back to work and you'll complain that you didn't do anything over the weekend because it rained. But you did not do one thing. You didn't go to work. So don't be complaining all that much. Problem solved. Let's see. Shelby McDonald is pissed off about the cokeheads in her neighborhood. This whole state seems, she lives in Maine. This whole state seems to be full of them. I don't care if people do that shit on their own time, but stay the hell away from me. Yeah, keep your drug habits away from me. I don't really care. I don't need to see it. I don't care to see it. Don't let it affect me any. I don't care what drugs you're doing. You can do whatever the fuck you want, but just leave me out of it. You know? Whatever. Yeah, I don't need to see you doing that shit. I don't care. I don't need you to do it around me. If you're gonna act like an asshole after you're on drugs and you're on drugs, just stay the fuck away from me. Jason Marby. I hate how all these idiots who think over patriotism is a new fashion trend. It literally ruined the American flag for me. Now I feel great trepidation on the eve of the flaggiest day of the year. Yeah, yeah. It's like people. I think I talked about this in Monday's episode of the McTaggart Attack podcast. Like, when you do fireworks all the time, people stop giving a shit about fireworks. That's why. That's one reason why I hate fireworks. But if you dress patriotically all year, it ruins dressing patriotically on the 4th of July. You know, he makes a very valid point here. Very valid point. And that's annoying. Like, yeah, don't dress patriotically. We get it. You live in America and you love living in America, but save it for 4th of July when you dress up like Mr. America or Mrs. America or whatever the fuck. You know, Mr. Patriot, whatever. By the way, R.I.P. Del Wilkes. Um, G.W. Foley. My fucking mouse stopped working and I can't remember the keyboard shortcuts to move the cursor. Oh, yeah. That sucks. I hate. Oh, man. Time to buy a new mouse. That does piss me off. I hate that. Like, when I'm so used to using the mouse and then the mouse doesn't work and I have to figure out something else to do to figure out how to move the cursor around with when the mouse isn't working anymore. That's maybe you should just write down the key the maybe you should just write down the shortcuts so you can avoid this problem in the future, you know? Don't write them down on your computer though, because you might not be able to find them if your mouse goes out again. But like write them down on a piece of paper or print them out so you know what to do in the future. Problem solved. We're solving problems today on the McTaggart Attack podcast. What's pissing you off Wednesday for July 7th, 2021? Booyah! Here's the last one. Harry Kendrick. That kind of goes back to what Jason was talking about. People who always display the American flag, believing they are being patriotic. Americans. Oh, let me read that again. I fucked up reading it. People who always display the American flag, believing they are being patriotic Americans, but who are actually disrespecting the flag. The flag should not be flown on days of inclement weather and should only be displayed at night if illuminated. Many people fly the flag all day, every day, despite the weather and without illumination. Yeah, don't don't display the flag all the time. Display the flag in the proper way. It doesn't have to necessarily just be on July 4th, but just pay respect to the flag. If you display the flag all the time, then you're not really respecting it. Just give it the light that it deserves. Do it as it deserves. You know, don't wear it as a swimsuit or a snuggie or a jacket or anything like that. I mean, you can do that on July 4th, but no other time. Just pay respect to the flag that of the country that you live in, even if you think the president is a moron at that time or not. If you hate or don't or love the president. You know, stop being so goddamn patriotic and wearing all your damn patriotic clothes all the fucking time. Because it ruins the country for everybody else. Anyway, that's the end of this week's episode of What's Pissing You Off Wednesday. Hope you enjoyed it. Happy What's Pissing You Off Wednesday, everybody. And that's the bottom line. If you smell what the McTaggart Attack podcast, available wherever you listen to podcasts and on YouTube, is cooking.